What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, and we bring you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream over on Twitch at This Is Aftersound, so come by, say hello. We do giveaways every stream, and we do giveaways here every week. Just make sure to leave your in-game username in the comments, and I'll pick out my favorite ones every week. So I wanted to do a follow-up to the kind of bronze versus silver internal debate that I was having maybe a week ago or so. And I created a video kind of comparing both of my accounts. My main account, where I have, everything, every card that I've ever bought and I've invested into and all that. So a much more powerful deck versus my alt account, the grind account that you guys see me working on, which is still in bronze and has very limited whatever I've won from chests or have been able to flip with the DEC that I've earned. So I had a breakthrough moment yesterday. All right, you can see I've been grinding. My ECR is even worse than it normally is. I'm in the 30%, but I made it past that kind of wall that I had hit about 1700, and I'm now at 2K, a little bit above 2K. Before this happened, I was having very serious thoughts of spending next season in bronze because I felt severely outmatched in many of the battles. Just because even if I had good strategy, the leveled up cards were just OP for me, right? All of my summoners are level 1, except for Kretch, if you've been following. But I was facing cards leveled up to level 4 or 5, just the limits of silver. And so that, it was getting to me in the sense where I was struggling through my daily quest, and I was like, this is too tough. It's not worth it. So let me try staying in bronze. Now that I'm up here, though, it's kind of rejuvenated me a little bit. It's given me this, like, okay, I can kind of hang with the big boys. It's just going to be a grind and a struggle, but hopefully the rewards in silver will be worth it, right? Now, what I've been seeing, especially in the comment section of the last video that I posted, the last bronze versus silver video, was people kind of asking that question, like, hey, I noticed the same thing, or my rating, right? My rating is good enough to be in silver 1, meaning that they would have a rating of, anywhere between 1600 to 1900, and they're asking me, like, should I jump up to silver? I want to quickly address that first and foremost, because rating is not absolute, right? I have a 2K rating right now, meaning that I'm actually good enough, meaning that I would actually be in gold with this rating, right? Gold 3. But here's the thing. If you're comparing your bronze rating to your silver rating, or your silver rating to your gold rating for that matter, you are playing different players with higher leveled cards and different rule sets. So if you have a 1.7K rating or even a 2K rating in bronze, that's not going to cut it in silver. Now, maybe you could probably still grind your way up to it. But the point is that the players that you'd be facing and the cards you'd be facing would be significantly better. And the rule sets would be very different as well. And you may or may not have the cards that would succeed in those kinds of rule sets, right? So that is something that I wanted to call out first and foremost, because people are saying, like, oh, I have a rating that's good enough to be in X league. And it's just like, if you're not in that league and you have that rating, you cannot be thinking about it that way, right? Silver is its own beast, and I've learned that in the 13-ish days that we've been in this season so far. So that being said, is it still worth it for you to jump up to silver? Yes. Obviously, the bronze nerfs hurt, and you want higher chances of getting cards or better rewards from your chest. And once you're in silver 3, the number of chests you have increases to 2. And I'll have to confirm this. Somebody please let me know if I'm wrong, but I believe it increases to 3 and 4 for silver 2 and silver 1 respectively, and then obviously goes up higher and higher. So here's the problem. Here's the struggle that I face right now, right? With a rating of 2000, I am facing people who are technically in silver 1, who have a collection power that is more than 3 times that of mine, right? With their cards. Yet whenever I go through and do my season rewards, well, not just my season rewards, but my daily quests and my season rewards, I'm only getting the benefits of silver 3, right? So it kind of bugs me the fact that like, oh, I can hang with the big boys in Silver 1, right? Like I was able to achieve a rating at 2000, which is good enough to be in Silver 1, but I'm not getting the benefits because I don't have the power. Now I know some people rent power, and more power to you, pun intended, if you're able to do that effectively. I if you know me, I'm anti-renting just because I don't think that I'm smart enough to manage the rentals appropriately. Plus, I don't want to just be searching around for cards. My whole goal with this was to build my deck organically, right? Obviously, I'm doing that on the extreme level with the with my alt account, but with this account too, at the beginning of this season, I decided that I wasn't going to rent. I've only rented a couple of cards, and I'm spending maybe like what 5 DEC a day, nothing crazy. So 5 or 6 DEC a day, and I just wanted to see how good my deck was and how I stacked up compared to everybody else. So this is more of a long play for me, right? So I don't know what my plans or goals are for next season. I haven't really made a decision yet. Like I said, a part of me may want to explore bronze for a little bit, but you don't really get a good sense of bronze in the first couple of days just because everybody's dropped down to that, all the silver players are going to start next season at a rating of 500, which is smack dab in the middle of bronze, right? In fact, actually, it looks like if you're in silver, no matter what, you're going to drop down to a 900 rating, which puts you in bronze. So it might not be the best way for me to look at it. A part of me just wants to mess around in bronze with this account just to see how dominant I can be with the deck that I have. But, it's something that I'll explore moving forward. But these are just kind of the thoughts that I had coming to the close of the season. And maybe if you guys are interested, let me know in the comments. I can do another update at the beginning of next season, maybe once I make a decision on what I'd like to do. The thing is, the rewards in silver are too enticing. As you can see here, I am at about 21k power now, and I'm buying cards every single day. So meaning that like I flip the DEC that I earn into cards every day. So it's growing, but it's not going to grow 20,000, right? In order for me to get from 21,000 to silver 2, I would need another 19,000 additional, right? For 40k power. So I don't know. And I'm not looking to like spend a ton more on cards for power either. Will I try the rental strategy if it makes sense? And at the beginning of the season, maybe if I can get away with like grabbing some cheap rentals that get me, the 40k power, so that I'm able to spend a portion of the season in silver 2 before season end comes along. Everybody cancels their rentals, and you're able to at that point, or you're not able to get anything for a decent price. My natural collection power is in silver 3, so I would drop down and still get the season end rewards there. But it'd be nice to see if that was something I would be able to achieve if I'm able to grab the rental. So I'm wavering between that and bronze. I think for me, I don't mind being experimental and taking this long term. Obviously, more rewards are better. But a part of me just kind of wants to mess around in bronze for a while, and until we get Chaos Legion in the modern format, which I believe will shake things up quite a bit, right? Because a lot of my cards are geared towards modern format. So maybe at that point, I'll feel much more comfortable in silver. But I guess we won't really know until that happens. So yeah, I like I said, my mind is all over the place, but I wanted to share a little bit of an update with you on some of the reflections that I've had now being in silver for almost a full season and what I'm planning to do moving forward. So, that's all I have. I would love to hear your thoughts though. For those of you who are renting effectively, please, if you're willing to, would love to hear your strategies in terms of like, how much are you renting for by DEC per day? How much are you able to come away with? For those of you, I've heard even people who say like, all I need to do is break even on my rentals because the rewards are worth it, right? At the higher levels, you get more rewards, and therefore that is all pure profit at the end if you can break even. So that's not a bad strategy. I think that's actually solid. And maybe it's just me needing to approach it appropriately and smartly and figure out how to go about that. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope everybody's doing well at the end of the season, grinding away. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video and in the game. Have a good rest of your day. Take care.